Welcome to this week's Foam Drawing Friday. As I promised last week, today is going to be somewhat easier than exercise 12. We're going to draw a circle, so we're back to basics really. And what I want you to do is, like with the straight line in the first episode we did, I want you to trace the circle on the paper, not actually put your pencil or your graphite onto the paper yet, but you're simply feeling the movement of the circle. So it's important when we draw this circle and try and draw the circle is that we feel the forces that are involved in working together when we're drawing the circle. So once you feel that you're kind of ready to put your pencil onto the paper, then you can start by drawing a circle anti-clockwise. So you're drawing this way, and it's not about initially getting or at any point getting the circle to be geometrically perfectly round. It's more about feeling the circle as you go round. Once you've drawn it anti-clockwise, then you can try and draw it clockwise and try and see what does that feel like when you start drawing your circle clockwise. Does it feel different? Does it feel nicer for you? Most people will have a preferred direction. Personally, when I usually draw circles, I just always draw mine anti-clockwise, but yours may well be a preference for clockwise. So try and see if you can feel the difference between the anti-clockwise and the clockwise. It's just that there'll be a difference, and the thing that you should really be aware of is being present as you're drawing your circles. So feel free to draw circles within circles. It's really just about trying out what does it feel like, and being aware of these forces that are working together when we're doing the circle. So it's the force of left and right, up and down, in front and behind. It's really, a circle is really a three-dimensional form which becomes two-dimensional when we're tracing the movement that we're making onto the paper with our pencil, or in this case, a piece of graphite. So make lots of circles and try and make them different directions, maybe clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Just make lots of circles. You can make circles within circles, as I said previously, overlapping circles, really sensing it. And once you've done that, the other thing I should just quickly mention is that you don't want to go too fast around your circles, because then you haven't got control over your circle. You can't really be present. You don't want to go too slow either, because then it becomes sort of laboured. You want to have a fluid motion as you're drawing your circle. And once you've done that, when you've worked with your circles, then I would suggest that you try and create a circle by building it up from the outside. So I'm using a crayon here so you can see what I'm doing. So here the circle really is, it's not the blue that I'm drawing on the outside. it's the white negative space that I'm trying to create a circle with the blue coming from the outside going towards the inside here. And once you've come to do a circle with your crayon from the outside, or your pencil, then I would advise you to try and create a circle from the inside. So with your crayon or your graphite, create your circle, try and create a round circle from the inside and then out. What difference does it make? How does it make you feel? There's not a right and a wrong here. It's just simply a case of feeling the difference between the two. So you can also do it, as I said, with your graphite. But you need something which sets off a bit of, so we don't want lines. We want to create with colour, effectively, with mass. So as you can see, it's easier to see when I'm using the crayon than when I'm using the graphite. So the last thing I just want to show you in this week's video is how you can work with a circle, how you can work with getting your circle as round as possible. This is an exercise that I've done myself many times. So you have to grab a piece of paper, which is kind of roughly square, and then you draw your circle. And you might draw it quite lightly at first. And then as you go, you might think, yeah, now it's looking like it's pretty good. It's pretty round. It's as round as I can get this. So you might think, but let's just have a look. How round does it look? I can see it actually looks a bit more flat on this side. So I need to try and fill it out a little bit on that side. Still paying attention, obviously, to the other bits, the up and the down, in front and behind. Okay, so maybe now is it perfectly round now? Oh, so now it's got a bit of a top here. So then I want to go around it again. And this is a way that I find I can work with creating a round circle and really being aware, where is it my strong points are, where is it I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should work a bit on it. So every time you turn your circle around, you can kind of see, okay, so, but eventually you'll get to a stage where you think, yeah, now it's pretty round when I look at it. And again, I just want to emphasize and stress this to you. It's not meant to be perfectly geometrically round. But this is a way that you can work with really feeling, I think, those forces working together. All the time paying attention to that. So that's my exercise for this week. I hope that you enjoyed it. It was fairly simple and straightforward and something we can all do. So I hope to see you again next week, where we'll add a straight line to our circle. See you next week.